Child, CPS almost got Chrisean. If she would have been in that hotel room just a little bit longer.
TMZ just posted pictures of the hotel room that Chrisean Rock and her boyfriend Bino were recently staying in at the MGM. And as many of you may have heard, CPS was called to this room.
So CPS and the police was called to the hotel room that Chrisean and Bino was staying at. And
at this point, just give me the baby. According to TMZ, a welfare check had to be done on Junior because Chrisean and hood trophy Bino were seen partying it up in a Las Vegas hotel.
Here come y'all harassment complaints.
Aside from taking good care of that dog, CPS has every plan in the world, okay? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the video. We're going to get back to our girl in today's video. For those of you who don't know, Chrisean Rock is a well-known influencer who dated Blueface, a well-known rapper. As a result of their DV relationship or something, they became well-known and went viral. But because of what she did to her child, Chrisean is disliked by many. She asked herself, do I want to have the baby? While she was pregnant, is having a child something I desire or not? She continued to party. In addition, she has a new boyfriend named Hood Trophy Bino, and they say they broke up, so whatever. They only say they broke up, and now she's saying she's breaking up with him because, suppose, she's in love with Blueface, so she can't be with anyone else. You know, that consists of parties that involve drinking and smoking. And allegedly, a lot of people just have a lot of flake on co because it doesn't seem like her son is performing on par with other kids. Like the little chatting and walking. The list goes on and on. Boop, boop, boop. In any case, many people believe it to be a PR partnership. That's what it's giving, really. They ended up in problems during the past several days because, as I mentioned, many people want Chrisean Rock imprisoned. They simply think she's doing a terrible job behind this baby. Furthermore, she doesn't give a damn about the baby. It seems like a control issue to me. She truly wants to keep the kid with her, even though she knows he needs to go with someone else. However, if we're going to be honest, if she wants to keep the baby, it's probably why she's getting so much attention at the moment. However, it was as if she was in a room with her partner. They apparently had 12 bottles of liquor. They were working on every other kind of rug. The people on the lot are decent, so it's like, and. They called CPS and the police, but they were unable to apprehend Ken since he had already departed. Like Chrisean. You might as well avoid going back on stage until you have your affairs in order if you're going to be leaving the scene. We have a lot to unpack though. Before we dive into the video, allow me to make my disclaimer. Please note that all of the content in this video is legendary. All of the content in this video is entirely subjective and intended only for amusement. This video is fair use and protected. These are people I don't directly know. It is not a personal attack then. Furthermore, I didn't make this video to disparage anyone. I simply express my genuine viewpoint without any malice. I'm not accountable for your feelings if anything in this video offends you. I simply create amazing videos with in-depth information about reality TV stars, influencers, and celebrities. Tyga is not here. However, I do keep up with my online buddy. Let's get started. Interview
Posted pictures of the hotel room that Chrisean Rock and her boyfriend Bino were recently staying in at the MGM. And as many of you may have heard, CPS was called to this room because during the live, people saw the kids in the background. And come to find out, when CPS got there, the room did smell like, you know, Mary Jane, let's say. And they also found these canisters of gas, laughing gas. She left the room a mess. The hotel is most certainly finding her. As you all know, Chrisean and Bino have already broke up. This man that she had around her son, that she was singing gospel songs with, up in the church with. But just like Whack 100 said, Blueface is coming home soon, and he predicted that the closer it got to Blueface's date, the more she would pull away from this new relationship that she is in. And if you can't tell, I believe Chrisean is purposely hopping from hotel to house to avoid CPS, to avoid that system, because they've been trying to catch up to her from LA to Vegas to Baltimore.
I never suggest that I want a mother or any parent to be separated from their child. However, I really believe that Blueface and his family, particularly the mother, would be a better fit for him. After all, you never know. There's no reason why the infant should be in Chrisean Rock family. The saying goes something like, oh, you should stay with your sister. Not in my opinion. CPS or perhaps placing the child for adoption are my two options. I understand that she probably doesn't want to do that, but it's the best option. You seem interested in having a party? This baby takes up too much of your time. The baby doesn't really matter to you. First of all, I thought it was absurd that everyone was staring at you because of what you did to this infant. And it was very ridiculous that you were partying, drinking about 12 bottles of liquor, and laughing uncontrollably while doing who knows what with it, in them merely to enable you to pay the rent himself. For example,
The reason CPS was involved was because Junior and another child was there while they all was drinking. Y'all see all the motherfucking bottles right there? Look at the fuss. They even had laughing gas. And this is how they left the hotel room. Look how it is. Like, just look, y'all. Wow. Grown-ass people, by the way. But by the time the cops and CPS came, Chrisean was already on a flight. So something tells me that she knew this was gonna happen because Bino was still over there and he was the one recording the whole altercation with the police coming, checking everything. Like, girl, you could keep trying to run, but eventually CPS is gonna find you, okay? Like, I really cannot wait until Blueface gets out of jail and airs all of her photos. Like, not only are you a horrible ass mother, you're literally this. And apparently, she's been hopping from hotel to hotel, from a friend's place to a hotel because she knows that CPS is on her. They're waiting to get her. Like, the fact that they pulled up because they saw two kids in the back of the live stream while the adults were literally and doing laughing gas is beyond me.
So Chrisean's man of the hour, Bino, his baby mama was on live, child, and her friend was in the background talking about Junior so bad. Talking about Junior so bad, talking about Junior can't walk while your baby not talking. And look, I don't agree with nobody talking about nobody kid. However, Chrisean was popping her gums first about Bino baby mama and Bino baby. So like she said, this is her real life. She ain't got no PR team, nobody telling her what to say. She ain't worried about no collabs and nothing like that. This is her real life. So she popping it like real life. And then she also went on to imply that she has something on her mat chart that she could have gotten from Bino that Bino could have given to Chrisean. She didn't name what specifically on the mat chart, but she said, don't be surprised when y'all fave come out and say they got something. She was like, y'all don't want me to show that my chart. Child, it's getting messy, and I don't blame nobody but Chrisean. I don't blame for putting her baby even in this spotlight like this. She should be at home taking care of that child.
continue to load up on those things. CrescianRock losses are far greater. She must flee. This is nothing but demonic influence and lust. Love bombing. Then he treats her disrespectfully and denigrates her. She doesn't even seem to care that he has several ladies. She is impoverished and he is currently covering her expenses. To be honest with you, she is depressed and going out a lot. People even said in my comments that Can doesn't have any money if she really is. So I don't see how they're suggesting that Co is pulled. You know what? She must be earning money on Twitch. Millions of people view her. Her subscription is undoubtedly being paid for. I think she must be making money because why would she even take advantage of herself online if she isn't generating money? You should make a huge sack for the folks who are abusing the internet, in my opinion. Additionally, some people are upset. For example, Sean has a fan who is upset that CPS is calling Chrisean Sean, but CBS should be called on CN. I apologize as well. She needs a little more time in jail.
To know that somebody, I'm so sick. I literally said, God, all those people who keep calling, all these people who keep antagonizing, all these people that keeps attacking Chrisean and anybody that's connected to her. I said, God, do what you, God, I want them to fall into pits. Let them fall into pits. God, attack their health, listen, I went low because I am so sick of this evilness on this internet. These are some evil, despicable, vindictive, nasty people. And God, I said, God, I want you to give it back to them. Why? No more escaping. No more. Go after their families. Go after their jobs. Touch their health, God. Enough is enough.
And everybody think that she broke up with the other guy because, you know, she missed Blue and she think Blue gonna go back to her. I mean, that's what she did. She did say that out her mouth, like, oh, well, I'm stuck on who I'm stuck on, you stuck on who you stuck on. And it's like, well, if that's the case, y'all been stuck on people, so why break up now?
Chrisean is still stuck on Blueface. Yes, she's still stuck on him. They're stuck in a so they said that they had broke up or whatever, but it was just too much going on. Bino said, you know, Ninja Turtle, whatever, he said that she told him to post that video of her sucking their toes to basically ruin Jaden's song release. Because why all of a sudden they been quiet, they ain't been saying shit. You know what I'm saying? We still are stuck on the fact of how you just did and how you had chlamydia while you was pregnant. We ain't forgot about that one. That's how we know she know what she doing. Like, that's how we know that she's obsessed with Jaden. Nobody say. And she up there talking about, oh, I didn't tell you to post that. And he was like, she told me to post that. Like, be for real. He was like, y'all don't know. Yeah, she planned, oh, I'm stuck on who I'm stuck on. You stuck on who you stuck on. Be stuck on. I hope it ain't Blue. How many know was that, bitch? I told y'all. Time winding down. He finna get out in what? November, December? In about, what, a month and a half, about 60 days?
Chrisean Rock is still alive but fleeing from CPS. She continues to earn money on social media. Furthermore, Chrisean Rock is not the only individual engaging in that behavior. You're still doing the same thing even if you're trying to avoid CPS by running from state to state and not having consistency. It's all an ego thing, as I usually say. It's merely a matter of control. I think you will feel less of a woman if your children are taken away, even though you know those babies shouldn't be in your care. That's why you're jogging, but you're not doing anything better to improve the situation for your kids. As a result, it is illogical.
Chrisean has been running away from CPS. That is the reason why she has been going from hotel to friend's house to hotel. And CPS finally caught up to her, and unfortunately, she already figured that out, and she already had gone on a flight. Like, Shorty is really on the fucking run right now. And unfortunately, since she's like constantly changing her locations, each state and stuff, it's hard for CPS and the police to get involved because CPS works differently in every state or whatever. And CPS found where she was at because they was live streaming and they had laughing gas, and there was 2 children, including Junior, that was right there. And they ended up finding where the hotel was at, but when they arrived, Chrisean was not there. It was only Bino. And I'm just kind of confused on how did Chrisean know that they were gonna come? It seems like she was trying to set up or whatever. I do not know. Like, at this point, I don't want to hear no more excuses in the comments talking about, oh, she's doing this because of this, she's having a heart. No, hold on, okay? The way she's treating that child, the way she's treating everybody around her, I don't know why anybody even hangs around her, to be honest. She has no clout. She got no fucking. What do she have? A brain of a toddler, I would presume. Like, respectfully, I cannot wait until Blueface comes out of jail and handles her that so bad. Like, I've never ever wanted Blueface out of jail like this in my entire life. Like,
this is kind of crazy that Chrisean is...
The fact that Chrisean Rock is endangering this baby is kind of nuts, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. I can see why CPS might not be able to reach her. However, it seems like there is little the cops can do. I mean, absolutely nothing. Let's also put aside smoking, which is like leaving your child with this man and allowing him to watch them by himself without you present. That ought to be a crime. Then it seems like you don't have an issue with this man, but you did have an issue with your sisters watching them.
So long for CPS to take action when it comes down to Chrisean. Like, no, for real, seriously, because it just feels like she's a baby life 10 times more time she's with him. Like, she just got caught. Hotel room, first and foremost, trashed. Hotel room trash. Second, she was doing whippets with that in the same room that she was in with Junior. So Junior was literally inhaling whatever the fuck was doing in that room. It's really, and it's starting to feel like it's some form of favoritism that's going on. Because in my opinion, Junior should have been mother birth. Okay, CPS should have been waiting at the door. Okay, I just don't understand what the fuck is so long. Like, for regular aliens, CPS get called one day, they there the next day. Like, I don't understand why it's taking so fucking long. Like, there's so much evidence against this bitch. Like, they're just moving Miss Daisy. Huh? I'm lost. Can someone please enlighten me on how that works? Because, like, I don't know, it just seems like they're just moving in slow motion because they feel like it. Like, he should have been took.
Child, CPS almost got Chrisean. If she would have been in that hotel room just a little bit longer, child. Y'all know how they say God watch over damn fools and children? guy watching over the baby because he's a child. Chrisean is the guy. So Bino was still in a hotel room when the police and apparently CPS went in because somebody reported that they was tearing up the hotel room, they was partying, doing rugs, and that there was a baby, you know, there were kids in the hotel room with all of this activity going on. Well, Bino was still in a hotel room. Chrisean and the baby hadn't already been on they hadn't just got on a plane. So she literally be skating by, y'all, by a hair. By a hair. Because, girl, if CPS would have, if she still would have been there, when the police and CPS got there, because you know the first thing they're going to ask is how old is the child. They're going to look at the baby and be like, oh, this don't look like no 2-year-old. And then that's when the ball will get rolling. But she got away. She got away, y'all. So stay tuned. We'll see what else they got going on. But Bino was still in the hotel room.
Chrisean Rock's pocketbook is shaking because if she keeps up messing with these men that don't have anything to lose, causing her nothing but bills and problems. So Chrisean Rock's ex-boyfriend, I thought this was her ex-boyfriend, Hood Trophy Bino, well, they had a wild night at a hotel stay in Vegas and they destroyed the room, causing Chrisean, because that's the only person who I think has enough money to pay for this, to be afforded a bill of like, what, a couple $1,000s. We're gonna show you the footage and the photos of said room that was torn up. There's a lot to the story. Where's the baby? Let's talk about it. So I was made aware of this story about 3:45 in the morning. I was up working late last night and this story came out like 2 hours before that. So it had come out at like 1 a.m., 12:30 a.m. So TMZ is where I first saw this story being broke. This is a photo of what they had going on in this hotel. Now, one of Chrisean Rock's sisters, there's so many sisters, she came out and she said that Chrisean does not have any solid place to live. After Blueface's father kicked her out on live, he recorded kicking her out of Blueface's old house. They're saying that now she doesn't have anywhere set to live. When she purchased the house, she purchased it for rent. Probably could not keep that up, tried to move everybody in there, but with her having such a large family, I'm not judging that. Sometimes when one person in a black family has money, that's the cash cow. It doesn't matter if it's 11 kids. Well, she's been in a hotel with him for days, streaming, clearly getting lit up because there's bottles of Don everywhere, 1942 bottles, Reposado bottles. I mean, I see all types of bottles here, Jack Daniels bottles. And according to the live stream that they were having, the baby was allegedly in the background of these lives because that is how she makes the majority of her money. The Twitches, the going live, the super chats, content creator stuff. TMZ says, TMZ Hip Hop obtained photos of the hurricane aftermath that the reality TV couple after staying in MGM Grand in Vegas from September 19th to September 23rd.
Okay. Everyone, please share your thoughts about the video in the space provided for comments below. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and enable post notifications. I cherish you all. Those that return my affection are the ones I love. And tomorrow, I'll speak with you all. I sincerely hope the video was enjoyable to all of you. Actually, I'll speak with you all later tonight. Do you also think Chrisean Rock will be taken by Blueface? Tell me in the spaces provided for comments below. I adore you all.